This is Robert Smith. We're here in Hawaii at the 2015 FasterEFT Goes to Habilatit, and I brought my friends from all around the world, and we're going to share our experience here. We've had really amazing changes. We worked with, how many people we worked with?
We've worked with over 86 people.
86 people, and how many hours you think?
325
so far.
Last count. Yep.
Yeah, we're still working tomorrow, and we have people also working this weekend, so a lot of changes. It's been a very different experience than the other times we've been here. There's been a lot of changes going on here in Habilatit, and we're all in a different place too. Myself personally, and thanks, we got some new guys, a lot of new guys, learning the FasterEFT addiction protocol. So we're just going to kind of share our experiences, and we'll start with you, Ken.
Sure.
Tell them where you're from, and just kind of share a little bit what you experienced.
I'm Ken Brown. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I took Robert's level 1, 2, and 3 training. And in level 3, Robert introduced to us the drug addiction protocol. And I've been working in my own practice with weight and other addictions, but coming here and using that addiction protocol, I worked with individuals that became heroin or meth addicts at 10 years old, sometimes over half of their life addicted to drugs. And using the protocol that Robert and the other practitioners shared with us here, the mentoring that took place working together as we work with these clients was phenomenal. At the beginning of these sessions, these people were in sweat, triggered by the drug. By the end of a 2-hour session, they were able to truly let it go. And when we tried to trigger them again, they couldn't get back to the high they were experiencing with that drug. Truly witnessed miracles and healing thanks to Robert and the training that he offered and the mentorship of all the other practitioners that have come. I encourage everyone in the FasterEFT community to participate in this opportunity and learn to change their life, learn about themselves and the people that they touch through this marvelous technique. Thank you.
Thank you, Ken. You know, all these guys that are here, they come on their own accord. They pay for their own flights. Some have spent a lot of money just to be here and a lot of sacrifice. So, and we volunteer our time. We spent, God, a lot of hours here. A lot of hours, and we did a lot of tapping, not only on clients, but ourselves. And we needed it. Here you go, Connie.
Hi, I'm Connie Faber. I come from Australia, Queensland, the sunny state. It's been an enormous privilege to be here, and I think the most memorable thing for me was working with someone who's only been here a month or two, never been tapped on, and this enormously tall, muscular man came in to work with me, and I thought this will be interesting, and within 10-15 minutes he was in tears, and he cried throughout most of the session, and at the end of it all I saw was this amazing man with a huge heart. And I just want to say how grateful I am that I've been given this opportunity to be here. It's been amazing.
Now you're from Australia, and you also work in the addiction area. So what do you see different that we're doing here, and what's going on there?
I work in a drug and alcohol unit as a nurse, and without throwing rocks at it, I have to say that what we do there is not particularly therapeutic. It's like a merry-go-round. It's a bit like the baggage carousel at the airport. People come in, they go out. They come in, they go out. There's no real transformation. They come in on one drug, they go out on another, and I think a lot of the time they make up ailments so they can get OxyContin or fentanyl patches or whatever it is they want, and I'm pretty sure they go out and sell them on the street. So it's very discouraging. And that was one of the reasons I really wanted to come here. I wanted to see how it could be done differently, how people's lives actually could be helped and how they could be healed by being in Habilatit and by the work that we do. So from that point of view, it's been enormously helpful, and I'm really looking forward to working with the addiction protocol at home, not just with weight and with smoking, but also with addicts, with people who are addicted to drugs. I know I have a son who was addicted to ice for many years, and I know how traumatic that is in a family and how much pain it causes. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to going back and really working with this.
So one thing, what did you get? I mean, here it is, you know, we do the addiction protocol. What did you get from the addiction protocol that made it work?
It's simple, it's straightforward. We had amazing role models. We were privileged to be able to work with master practitioners. We were given a structure to work with, and it worked extremely well.
Very good. Thank you. Helga?
Hello, I'm Helga Leni. I'm coming from France. I'm originally Austrian. Working with FasterEFT always shows a lot of quick changes, but it was really amazing to come here and see, work with these people and see how fast they can change with a quite effective, simple protocol. What my mother always said, when it's simple, there's a lot of work behind it. So it was amazing to work with you all. I'm very happy that I met you all and having worked with you. Thank you, Robert. Thank you all.
Thank you.
And I hope to bring it back to France and to Germany.
One thing most people don't realize, what we're doing here is, you know, I bring some experienced practitioners and I bring new guys, and there have to be level 3 practitioners to come. And we have the experienced practitioners train and work with Crossfire, which Crossfire is, we have 2 practitioners doing 2 simultaneous intakes and also working with the individual mainly with their unconscious and creating deep changes, and there's a lot of in and out of problems, and it's phenomenal. But I mean, when you think about, if for those of you who don't know what it is and never experienced it, it's hard to grasp it, but it is one of the most powerful and most effective ways to get into the unconscious, to make deep internal shifts, and then we recheck and check everything when we're done. What we will do is we'll bring a client in and a resident, and they're fresh. They you know, they've been to many rehab units. The common questions I ask: have you been into other rehab units? How long has it been? And when you left, did you learn how to change a bad memory? The answer is no. Did they teach you how to change bad feelings? The answer is no. Did they show you how to change your reaction to drugs? The answer is no. But when we get done with these clients, with the process of Crossfire and also single sessions, when they come back in, we actually made an internal, mental, unconscious shift in reaction to the drugs. And I don't believe that there's anything else out there that does that. Not in a short period of time. We're talking 2 hours, sometimes 6 hours, depending on how ingrained their emotional addiction is. And there's a common theme amongst every one of them, and that is, the reason why they use is because they want to feel better. The reason why they use is because they don't know how to deal with the pain and they want something to make them feel better, to numb it. And so what my belief system is, if you can go in and change the driving force, which is the pain, the hurt, the abuses, the traumas, whatever it is, and change it where it doesn't affect them, then they're less likely to use again, and also change that emotional relationship they have with the drug. So that's our goal, and that's what we strive to do.
Hi, I'm Beth Thompson, otherwise known as Elizabeth, and I'm from Pennsylvania. This is my second time here. I was here 1.5 years ago, and the experiences are so unique each time. The first time I was here, I personally was scared to death, not of the residents, but of my ability. And every practitioner here helped to instill confidence, teach me skills, hone the ones that I had. This time coming back, as I said, it's been 18 months since I was here last, and I felt like I knew what I was doing. Now, what I love most is that there is a standard, there is a protocol that we use, but that protocol also allows for a little bit of individuality for each of us. And so we can have people with very, very, very different styles that work together, and it works to help these individuals. So I am so pleased and so grateful to have been able to come back again.
Very good, thank you. Randall, we'll just go right down here.
I'm Randolph Adair. I'm from Washington, D.C. One of my first introductions to FasterEFT was through YouTube, through the Habilatit videos, and when I saw the transformation from the pre-session to post-session, that sold me on that, and it's been my goal to come here since then. And I'm so excited to be invited here to participate, to learn the protocol, and especially be here with the master practitioners to kind of fine-tune your skills and to help you zero in and narrow the focus.
And so, you know, here you are, you saw it on YouTube. You were here for real. You saw the real thing.
Yes.
And is it real?
It's real. It's even more real in person, but it's, I always knew it was real, but to see the transformation firsthand, because the YouTube, we get glimpses of things, but we don't actually see the transformation. And then we actually get to visit with them like the next day and follow-up sessions, and therefore you can talk to them. They'll talk about how they rested easier at night, how they just feel like the weight of the world was lifted off them. They've been carrying around for years, all these griefs, traumas, all those kind of things that have been wearing them down, and they finally feel free of it.
Yeah. And anybody touch you? Any story, any person?
I don't know that they all touch you because they're all different. I think I felt I was touched more by the team and how unified they are and how professional and loving and friendly the team has been.
Very good. Thank you.
My name is Ella Lehr. I'm coming from Austria. I'm here the second time, and it's been a privilege to come here again. It is exactly 2 years that I have been here, so I could see the people coming in very shortly before I was here the first time. And the program in Habilatit lasts for 2.5 years. So I was able to see these people I had the first and a few first sessions with, or witnessed these few first sessions 2 years ago. And right now they are very shortly before graduation, or some are quite after, very shortly after graduation. And this is really amazing to see how they came in how they felt with the skills and tools they had to deal with their emotions and memories. And now, 2 years later, how amazingly they transformed. And one part, of course, is the Habilatit style, but FasterEFT makes such an amazing and huge difference to those individuals. And this is really very touching for me to see that coming from that background those people are coming from, and then that they are able to go back in the community and lead a regular lifestyle, that you can retrain skills and help develop talents and just know what's right or wrong all of a sudden, and how to deal with whatever they experienced. And for me, this is the most rewarding experience in FasterEFT, because if we can help change someone who had basically not very functional skills to deal with life experiences, and we can give them confidence, we can help them develop structure. I think if we can do that, then we can help someone who had a 1 or 2 different life traumas, and so having the severity of living a life and in trauma, living a life in trauma, and now another person who had perhaps a very severe one occurrence of a trauma. So that is FasterEFT, and this is what FasterEFT can do. We can really help you transform.
I think that's really important what you're mentioning, because we're here and we're dealing with the top of the crop of addicts. We're talking about people who've been physically, emotionally, sexually traumatized, abused, raped, beaten,
lifelong
horrible things most of their life, and the family scourge, or the worst of the worst, and we just go in and we just help them make peace with this stuff that's driven their whole life. And when they go back to a memory that's always bothered them to it where it doesn't bother them and they have a good feeling, I don't think there's anything else that really does that. I don't know, you know. And we're talking a 2-hour session. We're not talking about 16 weeks or months. We're talking going in and we're cleaning memory after memory after memory and then addressing the addiction as well. Now, some people we spend more time with because they need more, but it is profound. Thank you, Ella.
My name is Jeanette van Uffelen. I'm from the Netherlands, and I'm really happy to be here and talking about 1 or 2 sessions. What I enjoyed a lot is to see, I'm here for 2 weeks now, and so I met a lot of strange people when I came here, and now I'm so close to so many. And I loved it to work on the same guy for more than one time. And also the guys I saw and the girls who I didn't work on myself, there's so much change in these 2 weeks in the group, the atmosphere, how they are towards us, much more open. And I noticed in the second session, or in the third session, all the barriers or the defense system was more down. So they were much more open, and they said it themselves. The first time I was crying, and the second time there is more realization, and we reach them on a deeper level. And horrible stories, horrible childhoods, but also I've been working with a guy who went to Afghanistan when he was only 17 and lost his friend and has nightmares of the picture, and his body's in the room where he sleeps. They tell him that he's walking around in the night and screaming, and we could change that picture, that memory. And when I spoke to him, that was yesterday, when I spoke to him yesterday, he had slept like a baby, and he looked so different. And there are more guys with such amazing stories, and we could really change memories, change pictures, and change lives. And I'm impressed with what I've done myself, with the teamwork, working with different people. I'm happy to be here, and it's amazing.
Very good, thank you.
My name is Larissa Goldstein. I'm from Vancouver, BC. This is my 3rd time at Habilatit, and it's just been an honor and something that I cherish to come back here. The first time I came, I was privileged to work with people, and each time I've come, it's just been a joy to see the tremendous transformation, how they're getting along in their program. And I think when we sit down opposite somebody to do a session, we bear witness to tremendous stories of trauma, great drama, and that in itself is a sacred thing. And we help transform those traumas and let them have peace with their past. But I think another thing that we do that is very important is we help them find the qualities that they have not realized they had, their courage and their strength. We uncover all those positive qualities that have been covered up or they've been overlooked because they're full of shame and guilt and self-doubt. And we help them create a vision for their future and clarify their goals. And that's just a beautiful, very beautiful thing to be able to do and to witness. And I'm just profoundly grateful for the opportunity to do that.
Did you learn a lot?
I learn every time I come. It's just a gift to work with the other practitioners. I learn every time from the seasoned practitioners and from the new people that come. I think Son already mentioned learning new skills and honing old ones. But I learn so much from the residents too. I'm so inspired every time I come with the courage and the strength. And yeah, I learn about myself every time I come.
Very good.
All right. So my name's Alan Combies. I'm a practitioner out of Los Angeles, California. This is my fourth time. Fourth time? I was thinking about my first time here. I wanted to come here because I wanted to hone my skills. I wanted to take my practice to the next level. And I want to applaud you, Robert, because that's exactly what you've given us. You've given us a chance to, to come here and to really take it to the next level. This is a place where, I think I came in at exactly the right time because we had systems in place where we could do what we did this week, this past 2 weeks, where we had new practitioners come in. And, I also want to say that one of the things that the people that are attracted to this kind of work, that want to come to Habilatit, we're unique. Not everybody wants to do this kind of stuff. And I think the reason we want to come here is because we truly, truly care. We want to be the best practitioners we can be. We want to help as many people as we can help. And so I applaud all of you guys. It's been an honor to work next to all of you. To now train a lot of you has been an amazing experience. In a sense, to mentor some of you, it expands my heart. And then to this be, this is my 4th time here, and to see the residents again that we have worked on in the past, see them transform. I mean, there was a couple that stand out for me. There was one gal who initially thought this was a bunch of bullshit. And I sat with her and we changed a major, major memory in, 20 minutes. And she said, when did this get so easy? And, we explained to her, you have committed yourself to doing this work. She taps every single day, every day, on everything. And it's changed her life. And now her mind is set up so where she can just change these things on a regular basis. We saw a graduate today come in, and she's talking about her life and how it's changed in dramatic ways. She's got a job, she's working, she's still got her challenges, but as she talks about her challenges, she says, yeah, I just tapped through it. That's why we do this. That's why we keep doing this. And there's no doubt, as you mentioned earlier, the house, this is Habilatit as a rehab center, facility, program, a community model of therapy is organic. It's always changing, it's always moving, it's always growing, with people coming in and out. There's that human quotient. And it was challenging this time. There was a lot of
emotional dynamics.
Emotional dynamics. And for me, the last trip that we had, it was a high. I mean, we were here and people were tapping and everybody was into it. And, we were showing the emotion movie, all that stuff. And they were loving it, asking us questions. And then we walk in here today and people are like, their heads down at the beginning of the trip. Yeah, their heads are down, they're not looking at us. And a lot of those people that were here for the last 2 years have gone on to graduate and move on, and now there's a new influx of people. And so really my point there is our work will never really be done here.
Yeah.
It'll never be done here.
I think the nice thing too is that we're integrating into the whole entire system. I mean, they're using it.
Yeah.
It's not unusual. You see some walk through the kitchen and stuff. It's not unusual to see someone tapping.
Absolutely.
A lot of the guys say they don't tap physically, they mentally tap. They talk about how they can't sleep at night, and they start tapping every night, and they sleep. They tap first thing in the morning. They mental tap when they need to. And these guys, a lot of them are in situation, which means they're in a disciplinary situation, which, there's certain things they can't do. And, you look at them, you can't really tell what's going on. But when they come in here and we interview them and say, I do it every day. It's making me push through it, making things easier for me. It really works. And then the new guys, they said, I thought it was all bullshit.
Yep.
It's all, there's no way something like this is going to change anything. And he goes, it really worked. It really worked. I had I was having a back pain. I was in the yoga and I had back pain, and it worked.
Yep.
Got rid of it.
And that's the encouraging thing. The encouraging thing is, we walk in here, their heads are down, no one knows, a lot of people don't know what we're doing. They hear this thing, they think it's weird. By the end of the 2 weeks, people are tapping on the floor. They get it because they get results. They see what's going on in their own lives. And that's, of course, why I'm a practitioner. It helped me. I experienced it in my own life. I kept using it, and now I pass it along. And so let's just hope, we continue to do that here and leave that mark.
I'm Laura Worley, and I'm from Las Vegas. The couple things that really touched me is the first time that I came was 3 years ago, and I came for 3 times, and that was kind of the beginning. We weren't really sure. We had amazing results in the session, but we kind of questioned how long will it last? Will it be great? And what was really, really cool for me is I haven't been here for a year and a half, and I came and saw some of the people that I had worked on, and they are doing so good. And it was like, in my heart, it was like, it was all worth it. All the questions were answered. I saw the after effect. These were graduates. They had been out, and they still were not using. They were happy. Everything about them changed. And for me, that is what this work is about. For me, that is everything. To see people change and really change, and it's not a bunch of BS on the YouTube. Like, this is real, seeing people really, really change. And hearing a lot of the stories, there was just something that came to my mind, which is as a human being, we are so incredibly strong and powerful, and we can overcome absolutely anything. I don't care how horrible it is. I don't care what horrible, horrible thing that has destroyed somebody for a short time. We have the ability inside to overcome it. And these people here are, to me, a very strong witness of that you can overcome anything and everything. And I am grateful for that gift that they gave to me. I'm also very grateful for all of you. And I'm sorry, I always cry. But I'm so grateful for every single one of you. And all the gifts you gave me, all the triggers and everything else. It was wonderful. And yes, and I love every single one of you in this room, okay? I truly do.
Hi, my name's Marilyn. I'm from Newcastle, New South Wales in Australia. And I'm a bit like Randolph. I got onto the YouTubes and started watching Robert before I actually started EFT. And I came across 616, I think it is, on the YouTube channel. And as soon as I saw that, it was just over 12 months ago, I set my heart on being here. Here I go. I am personally affected by the drugs and alcohol because my son is very deep into it. And I just wanted to find out a way, and I know it's my son's journey, so he has to do this on his own. But my goal was to come here to see how the protocol worked, to learn how to do it, and to go home with it so that I can use it on other young people who have become addicted. But I've got more than that out of here. I've been here for nearly 2 weeks. I have met some amazing people here at Habilatit. It's been an honour for me to be here. They have moved me. I have seen the changes. I've heard the stories. When I look in their eyes, they're just like each and every one of us. They are beautiful human beings, and they've just had rough lives. I can't believe sometimes, because I came from a good life, and I can't believe sometimes how these people survive through the drama and the trauma of their lives. And then again, there's the other side where there's some that have come in that have started off life with a really good family, but they've made bad choices on the way. And then, of course, I met these marvellous people here from all over the world, and I've been able to really learn from each and every one of you, and I thank you. And it's an honour to me to know each and every one of you. And we've all worked together as a team. We've shared space in a little room. We've had a lot of laughter. We've got on very well. But I know I'm going to come back, of course, only if Robert lets me. But I want to come back, and I'd like to see the changes. But I'd like to tell you a story that really moved me and touched my heart, that Larissa and I worked on this chap one night, and he has a little 12-year-old boy, a 10-year-old boy, and he couldn't ring him for his birthday because it was Father's Day, and he wanted to work on his guilt and his shame and everything. He's come a long way, I believe, but we worked with him on all of these feelings, and the very next day he got a surprise visit from his mum, his son and his niece. And he was so proud, he brought them up to see us. I don't think there was much of a dry eye that's seen him, but it was the changes that this little boy just looking up at his daddy with these big eyes, and he looked at us and said, "You're changing my daddy," or "You're helping my daddy, you're fixing my daddy." And to know that we're there teaching these people the tools, teaching them how to tap, teaching them how to get their lives back on track. It's not really, we're just giving them a tool. We aren't doing it. It's teaching them how to help themselves. And like the old saying goes, you know, you give a man to fish, he eats for a day, but you teach him how to fish and he'll eat for the rest of his life. And we're teaching them how to cope with all that's going to be thrown at them for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
I'm really honoured, thank you.
Yeah, and I would like to say too, you started a whole new career with FasterEFT after you
I
retired.
have. I'm of a retirement age, and it actually took me 65 years, and I'm turning 66 on Monday, Robert.
Happy birthday.
65 years to let go of the belief inside of me that I wasn't good enough, that I was a failure in life, and through FasterEFT, and thank you very much for that, I found the confidence within myself. I'm doing seminars at home now, and I work a lot on Skype with other practitioners. I keep myself going through this. I'm helping people. I actually had a girl come to me, and this is the first experience I had with drugs. Before I came here, before I found the protocol, but I had watched Robert's videos, and she came to me and said, "I have a marijuana addiction." And I went, "Oh my golly, what am I going to do here?" But I used the protocol. I went back to the memories where it started, and it turned out, and I'm sure people who understand this will know, but I didn't, she was on 300 cones a week, and she ended up in 1 2-hour session, and in a week and a half period, she's completely given them up. And that was without me really knowing what I was doing. So just imagine if I had the full story, how great. But I'm going back. I've already told her that when I get back, I'd like to see her again, because I know there's still triggers that we need to clean up. And it's just amazing. And this is a new career for me, because I've become semi-retired. I live with a 90-year-old mum, and I can do it at home. I can have people come to me, and I can go out and do a seminar every now and again. And I do intend to travel a bit, so if you want me in your country to have a little chat, I'll come over. But, you know, it's just a wonderful thing, and I'm living to 100, so I'm going to be doing this for a very long time to come. Thank you.
I'll follow that. My name's Deirdre McGuire, and I too am from Newcastle. But I'm from Newcastle in County Down in Northern Ireland, and I remember when I met Marilyn on Skype. I'm a master practitioner. I have been fortunate enough to be with the first team that ever came with to Habilatit, and I've been here every time since. And what's been happening for me this time is that I'm really, really getting very comfortable with FasterEFT. I noticed my own behaviour this time, and honestly, nothing fazed me. I just have a sense that I can, with FasterEFT, I can tackle anything. It doesn't matter. Bring me whatever you're bringing to me. I know what to do. And what happened to me this week was I just found how funny I can be. I tell you, I really, really, really enjoyed myself. And what I've discovered is that as the FasterEFT protocol beds down in, that I can get more and more creative. And I really don't care. I will do anything. And we have so much fun. I certainly have so much fun with this protocol, because I absolutely know what to do. I said recently, 5 years ago, I was telling one of the practitioners, or one of the clients, one of the residents here today, and he's actually in the corner at the minute, and we had a very, very, very powerful session with him, with Ken and myself. And I just told him a little bit about myself. And I could see the shift, we could notice the shift in him when he actually started to realise what I had been through and who I was, and that I shared the pain and the trauma that he had been through. And I was saying to him, 5 years ago, I was selling furniture in a shop, in a store. The American word is store. I was selling furniture. And now I am travelling the world using this protocol, helping to transform my life first and other lives after that. And now, because of the work I've done on myself, with the support of the FasterEFT family, and my own work, I commend anyone like Marilyn, like myself, like anybody here, that has done their own work. FasterEFT works, but it only works if you use it. So, I honour and respect the people who are using it. Like myself, I've come a long way, and when I come in this time, like I say, they call me the kahuna here, which is the Hawaiian word for teacher, and I teach them and I teach people here. And here I could hardly walk. I was in so much pain in my back, and a pain, Robert, and what was I going to do with it? And we lead by example. So I did my work, and I showed others, in my mind, that it's okay to be hurt. It's okay to be hurting. It's okay to have issues to deal with. It's okay to show your stuff. It's okay. That is what is singularly, I think, different from other modalities. We show our stuff. We're not afraid. I'm not afraid to say I've got problems. I am a mastering practitioner because I'm mastering the skill of life. And I get the opportunity here in Habilatit to give back. I have friends now in Habilatit. I had a very special moment this week. I thought I was going to get through it. With one of the graduates, and one of a number of graduates who are now friends. We're actually friends. It was a very, very special moment that Robert caught on camera because he's a genius at that too. But it was so special to actually to share the commonality of all of us, with all of us. We're all the same. It's all about exchange. I say this every time. This is always about exchange. And so I thank everyone here, all the practitioners, that I am able to share my skill. And I know that I have mastered something. And like Marilyn, I'm in my 60th year. It's like, how did I get here? And finally, I can actually really, really hold my head up, and say I'm good at something. And I'm damn good at something. I'm very good at it. Because I continue to tap, I continue to work on myself. When the stuff shows up, I deal with it. I don't run from it the way I used to. That was all I used to do. And now I can, and I can share it with others. And something, they see it. You can't hide the truth. You really can't. And FasterEFT has the truth, in my mind. It absolutely carries the truth. So I have had a blast this 2 weeks. I really have, despite all the pain, and I will be eternally grateful to you, Randolph, because I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you very much. I had a session every single day that I was here with Randolph, and it's always about exchange. So thank you very much, and I will continue to have my own sessions, and I'll continue to come back, and I'll continue to contribute, because I think that's where the key of it is. When you give back, you get back 100-fold. So thank you, everybody here, and thank you particularly, Robert, for thank you.
Okay, my name is Kim Jewell, and I'm from Australia. This is my 6th time. I didn't realise it was my 6th time till Deidre and I sat back and figured it out. And for me, I think what hit home the most is the very first night we had training. Jeff came in the door, he came over and he gave me a hug, and he said, "Welcome home." And for me, in the last few months, some of the stuff that's gone on, it hit home because it does feel like home. This place is extremely special to me. The people here are extremely special to me. This team is extremely special to me. I feel like it's a huge privilege to be able to come here and share with the other practitioners, to get to know other practitioners. We were talking this week, and there's not a single time that I haven't come here that I haven't learned something new, that I haven't grown. It's incredible the growth that happens every single time that we're here. And for me, you know, money couldn't buy this experience. That's just the truth. Money couldn't buy it. I just love coming here and doing what I do here and being a part of this team and being a part of changing people's lives. The story that I want to tell is, I was sitting with a graduate today at lunchtime, and we were just laughing and joking as you do, and she leaned over and she said, "I remember the moment my life changed." And I said, "What do you mean?" And she said, "We were sitting in the schoolroom, and you and Ella were talking to me, and you hit this one question, and it's changed everything." And she said, "I was in the worst, the darkest place in my whole time here at Habilatit. You guys hit that. Then the next session was with Deidre and with Deborah and myself." And she said, from that moment on, her whole world changed. She's now a graduate. Her family is coming soon. She's excited beyond belief. And as she said to me, "You know, I am finally comfortable in my skin." You know, I'm sitting there, and all the girls in treatment are sitting around us, and I'm tapping like crazy because I'm crying. And she's like, it's a happy thing. I'm like, I know. I'm happy too. You know, and this is why I come, and this is why we all come, because the residents here touch our hearts, and so many people give up on so many of these people. You know, they've been through so much, and so many other treatment centers, like Connie said, the revolving door. It's in and it's out, and they're back and they're back, and they come here, and it's a place of change. And we have been invited in, and it's such a privilege to be here. And I just feel honored. And you know, many people ask me all the time about why is it I only do FasterEFT? And the answer is very clear. Because when I found out FasterEFT, my life changed. I change other people's lives on a daily basis. It's visible change.
Measurable.
Measurable change, and it happens very quickly. And why would I do anything else? So I'd like to thank everybody here, because everybody here contributes so much to my life. You know, my world has expanded so much since starting to come here. And thank you, Robert, for having me here, and thank you for allowing me to do what I do here, because it just feeds me. So thank you.
Thank you. And thank you very much for helping make it smooth. You know, you've been major to helping it make it work. Of course, you know, you know, been coming here, you know, Jeff and I said, "Well, Jeff, how long have I been coming here? Because I don't know. I just come and go." And he said, "Well, since 2009. And of course, when I came originally 2009, my whole purpose was to figure it out. You know, why are they addicted? How addiction works? How to get in there and make the changes. And of course, at that time, you know, I worked on Jeff, and I always had a chaperone with me, always to make sure that I'm doing what's good. And then over a period of time, I'd work 6 to 8 hours. I'd just come one after another, just one after another, and trying to get the feel down. And I was thinking, man, you know, God, if I came here every day, I could do a lot of work. And then at one point, and 2 years later, I thought, well, maybe I'll bring some practitioners. You know, maybe I don't have to do all the work myself. And then, and the first group I brought, oh my God, it was a mess. Had a bunch of level 2s, and that's back when I did FasterEFT. Level 1 and 2 in a week, you know, now level 1's just one whole week. So it was a learning experience, and we fine-tuned, we cleaned, we sorted, we mixed and matched. We got a system that really works well. And some of the guys that we have, like we had OC who came today, or was it yesterday? Today. And I mean, her life has changed. She's different. She has power. She has control. And we have all these different girls and men that Rodney comes, and we worked with him. He said, man, it's gone, you know. He says, yeah, I got challenges, but I just tap it away. And that's the key. You know, we give these individuals power. We change what drives them, which is the pain, the hurt, the trauma, the feeling of no value. You talk about you guys, and I personally too, it's like, I mean, we were nothing, you know, we couldn't do anything right, and FasterEFT made us right within ourselves, and that's what we're doing for other people. And so here it is, you know, it's a lot of work. I mean, we're here, and it's a lot of work, it's a lot of excitement. Last 6 months ago I was here, I was going through a lot of emotional stuff. I mean, it was like a mess. Thank God, all the sessions, thank you, Alan, and some of the other guys are, thank you, Alan. I remember Alan and Michael in this room, and big tears coming out and working through this stuff and being tapped on by 6 people out there on the pier, and a lot of stuff going through, and I'm in a good place in my head, and I'm still working through things because, you know, FasterEFT is growing. It's growing big, and we're scared. I mean, it's powerful. It's effective, and it's worldwide, and there's no one else. I don't believe anything else out there is doing exactly what we're doing at the speed and the rate and the power of it. And as we continue, I believe that all you guys here, you know, you will be well known by what you're doing here. You'll be top dogs because of the training that you have, and you can go out and you go home now, and someone comes to you with a chocolate addiction. No problem. No problem. So bring your chocolate. I'll help you with it. So it's like we've done a good job. This team has been smooth sailing. Last time we had a smooth sailing team. You're working together, and for me, I feel like we're all family. We're all buddies. We're all friends. We help each other. We love each other. We take care of each other. We protect each other, and of course, we help pick, poke, and provoke each other, just so that we can get better. You know, so.
That's what I was saying about when like I said to that young resident, you know, 5 years ago I was selling furniture, and now I rearrange the furniture in your mind.
Yeah.
And he just looked at me, and he knew exactly what I was talking about. And that guy is, as I say, in the corner at the minute. And he left, and he came back. But every so often I just look at him, and he looks at me, and I know that he knows the changes that I've made. And he shared confidentially some stuff with me that I know in my heart, that he knows how to take control. He has to do his stuff, he has to do his time, he has to go through his process and everything. But I, in my mind, am confident that FasterEFT has shown him how to click the combination in his mind, and with the help of Habilatit, because they're together on it, that he will be successful, and more of these young people will be, because of the work that we are doing along with Habilatit.
Yeah, very good. Very exciting to be here. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
So we're gonna be doing it again. We're gonna be back here again in 6 more months. You know, of course, I got to have some guys know how to help train the new guys. Those of you out there who have loved ones, or maybe yourself, who do have addiction, you know, Habilatit is a great place to be. It's not easy, it's work. Habilatit, just like FasterEFT, has the same basic belief system. You're not broken, there's nothing wrong with you. Your addiction is not a drug, it's an internal process. Once you know how to change what you do within you, and you change your emotional associations, and you take control, your life can get better. And that's what we're all about, is teaching you how to be in control, teaching you how to use the controls of your mind and to create a life that you always wanted. And of course, I always say, love yourself, like yourself from the inside out, and whatever you do here, you're going to do out there. And so it starts inside you, and I'm just so honored for every one of you for helping me make this work, and thank you for tapping on yourselves. and tapping on about me.
A lot of work there, wasn't it?
Yeah, a lot of work. And we'll see you again. We're going to see you at another seminar. We have several people who are coming from Track B, Track A, and it's a great marriage. It's a great stuff. Learn a lot, take you to the next level. And those of you who want to know more about FasterEFT, would like to become a practitioner, just go to FasterEFT.com. There's 953 free videos on YouTube. Watch them, tap along, tap every day, and you're going to find that this is what you've been looking for. And it works. That's a nice thing. It works. You know, today was at the restaurant, and we're getting pictures taken on by the rail, and we'd put our little fingers up, and this guy goes, "Well, what are y'all doing? And what is that?" I said, "Well, it's a process that we use to let go of our stress, fears, and phobias." He goes, "Well, I went to this Chinese guy, and he did some thumping on me too." I said, "Well, FasterEFT.com, go check it out. It'll take you to the next level." And so that's what we're here, is to make a difference. Thank every one of you guys, and thank you for being a part of the team. And let's just all go out and change the world. Take this back home with you. Help those who really need it. Volunteer your time. Work on yourself and work on your families. Thank you for being here.
How do they do it?
Tappers. Tap, 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 tap.
Oh, yeah, tap, 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 tap.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Good job. The end.